Hey guys, oh, I've been busy. I am going to sit here while you guys are coming on. I got here early and I am doing those little palette things. I told you can make your own canvases out of cardboard. And I have one ready. 6 times I moved it, can't find it. So I'm just going to do some of them dry. Maybe by the end of class we can do something with them. Let me get you guys up here. Now I got, I think my Mod Podge fell that way. I've been cleaning. That's like every time I clean, the things get knocked around. All right, so let me see. There I am. Right, am I in the right group? I think so. Look come it's got me up there like that? It's weird. Anyways, I'm up here. And I don't know if I can see comments, so. Oh, my hair's wild. I tried to curl a little bit before I was going to do it earlier. I put the I don't always do hot rollers, but I did hot rollers. This is so long, I can't do nothing with it. And like 15 minutes ago, I got ready. I got involved with, I'm doing this painting right here. I'll show you. I can't turn the volume down, guys. Like 15 minutes ago, I got ready. I've been in here like 3 hours, maybe 4. I don't know. I'm all afternoon doing stuff. Just doing stuff. Oh, stupid thing. I can't turn the volume down, guys. Try it again. I've been in here like 3 hours. Maybe more. I don't know. I think maybe noon or so. Yeah, maybe 4 hours. Yeah, a bunch of stuff done. Still not clean. All right. Just see if I can get you guys up here. Hello. So you should come on, jump on, let me know you're here. In the meantime, I got my Liquitex gloss gel medium. Any medium, you could even use Mod Podge, or I use that one from Deco Art, the collage paste. Anything will work, just so you got something to seal it so it won't get wet when you paint it. And I just got regular, what do you call this, masking tape. My fat one's over there, but the small one's fine. You can watch me. I'm just gonna put it around the edges like that. Kind of want it to overhang because you got to roll it in, you know, and kind of do each one like that. And this just keeps the edges from getting frayed. And once you put the stuff on it, and you're going to paint the back too, there's all different ways of doing this. I would do this with gesso as soon as I find it. I just got like 2 buckets of my paint in here, my gallons, so that's a start. I had Christmas stuff in this thing I was hiding in my other side of the closet I don't use except for storage. The other side's my clothing, and I just finally got around to messing with it. Alright, so you can see what I did. I'm just going to roll everything over, cut off anything that needs to be cut. Because you get an edge that you don't have to worry about, you know, it fraying. I told you this is a good way to, if you've got an odd frame that you want to use, doesn't matter how small or how big it is, as long as you get a piece of cardboard. Now, if you ain't got nothing big enough, you're going to have to see if one of your kids got a piece of furniture, or people that work in stores that get that. I seen somebody go in a dumpster on TV. So they were making these, they need a piece of cardboard. I mean, I don't suggest going in a dumpster, but. So once you get the edges done, you're just going to take whatever medium you got. And you could, I mean, sometimes I do this with just gesso, but I found that if I do this first, you dry it with the dryer for like not even 5 minutes, and then I go over it with the gesso. Gesso, I always say it wrong. And it really keeps it from getting wet when you paint. Now the other side looks kind of rough. So if the back's going to be showing, I just paint it with white paint. I mean, you could do both of them. On this one, I wouldn't necessarily use that right there, but it'll fill in with the stuff. So if you don't have gesso, no big deal. But I can still paint over these. Now I'm going to go over these. Let me dry these for a second. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with our angel wings. My dryer hooked in. Yeah, I was doing this. I'm going to show you guys. This is actually, this is a PPHQ design. This can only be done at paint parties. It's, you know, it's a licensed photo. Isn't that pretty? So if you guys think we're going to be doing this, no, not unless you're going to do a paid group, because, you know, she has other ones that we can use. This is Heidi. She don't care where we use these, but we can't use these like in anywhere that's not like a paint party or a private paint party, or, I mean, I could do it online, but it had to be like a paid one, because that's just the way it is. Now, she has other ones that, like, I put some of mine in, paintings I've done, and those are exclusively for paint parties. They don't want anybody to advertise them online. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame them, right? So, looks like I missed some of my hair in the back. I don't color my whole head. You guys know what I'm talking about. I only streak some in because I'm so white. It ends up being orange, and I kind of do it red. Are we right side up or am I upside down still? Still upside down the other one. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to take some white paint. Oh, I was going to dry it. Ugh, get distracted. Squirrel! Oh, shoot, I forgot about that. I'm over here making cards for my, you know, instead of buying cash cards, only a few cash, so I'm just going to make cards for the guys. But, you know, I downloaded some stuff. But, remember when the banks used to, if you guys didn't remember this, if you were doing money cards or lotto tickets, you'd go to the bank and they were free? I don't think the bank's doing it anymore. I forgot to ask, but usually they'd be right up on the counter, but I don't go inside anymore. You know, everything's direct deposit, and, you know, you guys that pay, it's PayPal, and everything else is, you know, goes in my checking account. So I really go in, but I don't know, I never got over there. But they used to give you little cash things, the pretty ones for Christmas. Okay, put this in the water. Let me get me a different one. Use old brushes too. I don't use good brushes on this. Now you could even do that texturizing paste if you want to. Make it thicker, make it thicker. You could. Now I'll show you what I did. I made some of that stuff. The recipe is there. I made it. And I think I might have to water it down a little bit. So now we're going to have this nice little medium. We're going to just do a nice thin coat and let this dry. Then we'll paint something on it. Then the other side, like I said, you would paint that white too. But make sure you, I would probably do a couple coats of the Mod Podge or something, you know. I have Mod Podge. I don't use it so much. You know, I have COPD. So smells, and it's all about your nose, not just breathing or anything. I don't really have too much of a problem with that. It's mostly about asthma and, oh God, my nose will run, especially when I'm tired. So if you can do a couple layers of that other stuff, and then do a layer of your white, you'll have yourself a nice piece of, and these hold up because I got stuff I have here that I've done, and they're fine. So one year I did all these with like bats on them, and I blackened the sides, and they looked really cool. And they sold. I sold for like $3 at that place. Those what I call smalls. The small ones sell. I haven't gotten back into that. I got a lot of stuff to sell. Yeah, I did some charity too. I gave to the, you know, bin there. Okay. Now I'm going to let this let it dry a second. I'm going to do another coat. Then we're going to get into doing this angel. So now you get yourself some extra canvases without spending a lot. If you get some, any kind of tape would work, but I recommend masking tape. You could actually use painter's tape because it'll stay on the paint, it'll cover it, but plastic tape it won't. but the masking just looks better than the other. But there's, you could do washi tape. You know, a lot of times washi tape is really pretty. I have really pretty washi tape. You could do this first and maybe go over it with some washi tape if you want to, if you're not going to frame it. And you could put a little magnet on the back, or you could put some kind of, you know, even like a piece of string and glue down each side. I usually put a little piece of paper over it to keep the string down. Just little squares. So now you get yourself, and you know what's funny is, if you do these like similar size as the dollar store, they look darn close to what the dollar store has. And if you want it to look more like cut canvas, all you gotta do is go back this way, let it dry, and it'll look like it's weaved. Yeah, it does. Once you paint, you gotta paint it, something on there. I forgot I do that. Let me go back this way. This is not something new. People have been doing this since like way back. I told you I had seen it before, so there's not many, but I found a few on YouTube. And there's different ways of doing it. But you know, in other countries, they don't always have money, or they can't get a hold of certain things, so they just make their own. You use what you got, just like the old days, right? Now you get yourself two little pieces of canvas. We're gonna let them dry. We'll do something on them later. Sitting right here, let them dry. So that's just some kind of Mod Podge or gel medium, matte medium, whatever you got. Or you could use the collage, the DecoArt collage paste. If you guys are into collage, and you could use that too. Just use it like a sealant. Just seal the paper. All right. So now we had talked about, we're gonna do this angel, and I did her I think last year, and I put some sparkles on her. I'm gonna do a different blue this time, and modeling paste is what I used. This is DecoArt. You can buy this over where you get your paints at DecoArt. But they're modeling paste, or they also call them texturizing paste, and a lot of companies have this. And what I did was I found recipes, and I went and made it last night. 'Cause, yeah, I've made it before, but I couldn't tell you what I used or where it was. I'm thinking it might even been something else. So, anyways, let me get my palette knife. It's a third of a cup. See how thick it got? I got to thin this out a little bit. Third of a cup. It's right here. Third cup baking soda. 1 tablespoon white glue. I didn't have any white glue. All I had was Gorilla Glue. It worked. And then I have 1 tablespoon of white acrylic paint. It's your regular DecoArt or any kind of acrylic paint. And 2 tablespoons of water. But I'll tell you, when I made it, what are you on here yet? When I made it, hey Joellen, when I made it, the first time it was too thick. And the second time, it was too thin. So I ended up adding more water, or more baking soda, and then more water. So you got to kind of figure out how you want it. So now it's been sitting here all night, so it's pretty thick, but you really want it to be. Because, you know, you're going to put it on with a palette knife. I'm just going to add a little bit of dirty water here, which is not a good thing, but just, it doesn't take much. So when you guys put the baking soda in, then the glue and the white paint, it's going to be really thick. When you add the water, do it very sparingly, because you'd be so fast how thin it gets. But you want it to be thick. You want it to be like a paste, like a toothpaste, a paste. So I'm just mixing this. These are the brushes that I use for my stuff like this. These brushes are totally mangled. So there you go. So now you get like a paste. So I'm going to use this instead of my texturizing paste, or whatever they call theirs modeling paste. They all give them different names, but they're the same thing. I used to get so confused because it's the same thing. I'm like, I can't remember the names, you know. So it's just a type of thick paint. See what I did? It got right up in there. I gotta rinse it now. All right, so get a towel. Get a towel. Now, hopefully you got that made first. Or, you know, you got your texturizing paste that you bought. But you could do this without it. You just, it just won't have the texture. You could just paint it on with a brush. But I went and I did my, angel first. I thought I had the wings in there, but I don't really think you need that. I think you could do this pretty simple. I just kind of figured out, I took a, I mean, you don't have to do this. I keep one right here. I got a little measuring thing. I had this like 100 years. And I just try to figure out, this is by 8 by 10, by the way. I try to figure out what dead center is, and it was right about here. So I made a line. And then I made a circle for her head, a circle this way for her halo. Then I just made, you know, the body, started the body. And then I made the angel wings. I went like made an arch. I made them higher than the head. Like that. Higher than the head. And then I bring these in like this. I bring it in like that. And then I went out like that. I didn't make it perfectly circular. And then when you do the brush strokes, you're gonna, or the palette knife, you're just gonna go down like that. So that's pretty much all I did. So now, I put the size on here so I wouldn't forget. I'm gonna do this background. I did it in the baby blue last year, which is this color. But I'm gonna do this, it's kind of a teal green. It's real light, crystal blue it's called. They make this all the time. Just for something different. Now, if you ain't got gold paint, you could do the halo in yellow, too. But I got gold paint. Actually, I found more gold paint I forgot about. Over here in my drawer. I'm messing with stuff again. Oh, I lose more stuff and find it later when I don't need it. I had, I told you guys I had magnets to the things we did in the ATC. I only found half of it, so I only could do a few. But I got some of the cards from last year too, so I'm gonna take them and put them up in my front room. So I was pretty happy by that. Okay, here I go again, losing stuff. All right, so I'm gonna do this crystal blue. I'm gonna paint the outside first, just like I always do. Isn't that pretty blue? Just something different. If you're doing this on a bigger canvas, you could just do a lot more sky and maybe some clouds or something. Or you could do a nighttime scene and do like a dark blue, like a midnight blue. You could do blue and add a little black to really dark blue. And then put some stars in maybe. A lot of different combinations. Or you could just do the wings without doing the body. It's something else everybody does. I'm just going to kind of go over this. I know it's there. I got a round flat brush, and I'm just working on the ends, you know, on the edges of it. Turn it. We call it the chiseled edge. I'm going to turn this in like that. The brush strokes are going to come down over a lot of this with the palette knife strokes. You want some color behind this wings right here, so I got to do this part right in here. I hope you guys saw all your stuff done. I'm all wrapped up. I got my wrapping done. I did some fancy wrapping. Did you see what I did? I found this sand. I didn't want to go buy bags. I only had a few more to do, so I said I can make my own bags. So I go on Pinterest, and I found it so easy to do. Oh, my God. It looked complicated. The bottom's a little weird, but it was easy to do. So I did like 3 packages. But I didn't have to buy bags. I was like real tight on the paper, though. I told my daughter, if you got anything to wrap when you get here Tuesday, you better bring some wrapping paper. Isn't that a pretty blue? What's it called? It's called Crystal Blue. It's like a light teal blue. Isn't that pretty? Pretty color. If you want, you could go ahead and do your sides. I'm going to do my sides. Anybody that's on here, say hey. If you can only stay a second, it gets my algorithm moving. Keeps me in business. I get paid now for likes, shares, conversations. It's called content monetization. Just to let you know. Talk all you want. Make all kinds of comments. I don't know. Tell me the weather. I don't care. I get paid. It ain't a lot, guys. 83 cents, 32 cents. It adds up at the end of the month. 65 cents, 4 cents. I got to check my time before. 8 cents one time. So, you know, but it's something new. So hopefully I can make a little more money because I didn't do a lot for a long time. Yeah, hearts. Thank you. Comments, shares, and likes. I get paid for all that. So Just so you guys are aware of that. Even on rewinds. They didn't used to do that. They do rewinds too. So on my other page and my groups. So yeah, crazy, right? Content monetization. Yeah, they gotta get all technical, you know. All right, so I got that done. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like paint this back, these wings a little bit white, and it'll give me a little more definition. I'm just gonna rinse this out a little bit. I'm gonna take the white, gonna let it dry though, and I'm gonna kind of work on the shape of these wings. Some of it's gonna come over, so I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna have like this ruffly edges on this. If you've seen this, it's kind of a ruffled edge, and I highlighted it with some gold. I'm just gonna kind of get the shape in here, cover up some of those pencil marks. I mean, you could do it and then erase them a little bit. That's what I do with them watercoloring. And then they're still there, but they're not as bright. You don't have to worry about painting over, especially with watercolor. It's really hard to paint over it. Or I use watercolor pencils. That's another trick. I guess you see, I got so much light on this. Can you guys see this? Take a little so I can change that. Let me see if I can change the. Sometimes you change the temperature. You can see it better. Let me see if I can. Oops. More stuff falling over there. Jeez. I really do need to get another. I've seen this little kitchen cart, but I don't know if it'll fit behind me. I think I'm gonna have to get some kind of floating shelves. Get too much light on here. Gets too much glare. There's so much glare on here. Let me. Whoops. Now low battery. This had a charge. Hold on. Ugh, so irritating, all this technical stuff. And then I gotta plug my phone in. It sucks a lot as juice doing these classes. There goes my light. I'll fix it in a minute. Ugh, irritating. Wish I had a guy to do this for me. Is this one gonna go on or? Yeah, it's on. Well, I am very bright. I got it on dull. Now I got no light. Ugh. Ugh. Turn it off, turn it back on, and then adjust. Alright. Crap. All tangled up, guys. I had to move these last night because I needed to use a cord. Okay, that goes to that one. I'm back in business here. Okay. Gotta be a better way to do this. Plug this in. It loses juice. And what happens is if it's not out yet, it'll just pop up. It'll say low battery. And then what happens is you guys lose the sound. And I gotta keep this up here and not have it in my way too. It's gonna be in my way a little bit. Alright, I'm going to keep adjusting this white. Oh, drive me nuts. Now that light's, oh, you get no glare now. That's good. That light's a little dull, but it's supposed to be. Yeah. You can see it now. There's no glare. They have different adjustments on these, but I can't always figure it out. But if it's too much, I have two lights here. I have two lamps. And the one's like on the closer one. Then I have one that's way up high, the big ring lamp. But that was bad just doing that because I have this glass in here. All you could see was the ring. But the glass is good because I can, if I spill anything, I can wipe it right off. Okay. Get that Mod Podge stuff, whatever, all over. Oops. Just kind of get it as even as you can. Not really going to matter once you get your, I want to make a little wobble on this too. A little wobble on those sides right here. Here I go again with the towel. Got it. All right, so now, let me get a little blue on here and fix that. I did it again. I had that other painting just about done. I didn't like the nose, so I adjusted. Now I don't like the nose again, so now I go back and fix it. I was almost done with it. It's a pretty painting, though. They have a boy one, Nutcracker, go with it, but I wasn't into that either. Now I'm going to get me a small brush. I just wanted to do it pink to match my tree. Haven't done anything for myself in a while. So I'm going to do my circle. And I'm going to do the body. See, basically you got an angel now, even if you don't do the palette knife. Now I'm just going to, it's a small brush. I'm just going to kind of do this like that. I'm going to put the white on here for the halo because I'm going to come back and color that in. I just want it to have a white background. It's just because then you can, it looks better. It's just like see-through, so it gives it time to dry. You want to do this all the way over too. I'm going to get this all the way over. Choot, choot. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's all right, Lori. I'm on kind of early anyway, so. It's not really a complicated thing. This isn't. It's just something different, you know. All right, so I got that filled in pretty good. Now, if you don't have a palette knife, I do have a plastic one somewhere. I don't know if it's here. I didn't have a chance to get back to it. We're just going to do a regular palette knife. But you could do a spoon or just a regular plastic knife or a house knife, you know, butter knife will do. These are dry machines. Oh, I scratched it. Crap. So I can still paint over it. We'll do. Did I just do my palette knife? Oh, it's right here. Now, I want one that's not so pointy. Go down here and get it. Just a few palette knives. Let's see. It's got more of a rounded edge. See, like this wasn't pointy. I want a rounded edge, but like I said, you could use a butter knife or a spoon. I was gonna bring a spoon and I forgot that too. But you could do, like I said, if you don't want to do the palette, you could take like a fat brush. Oh, I got that one all messed. I messed that one all up. Gotta wash it now. Put this one. You could work, you know, an old brush. Don't get a good brush. And you could just like smooth it out like that. I want paint. You're going to go into your texturizing paste. And you could just do this. You want it to be raised. So just kind of put it on like that. Do you see what I'm doing? Just like you're painting, but you're putting on globs. If you haven't got a palette knife, it could be done. You see, you get some texture out of it. But I'm going to do it with a palette knife. Or, like I said, the plastic palette knives, the dollar store, which I have here. Wait. I do have some. Wait a minute. My sister, last Christmas, do I have some here? Please have some. Oh, they're not in here. Oh, yeah, they are. She gave me this whole big pack, and I don't usually buy stuff like this. I have tons of brushes for my classes, but look at, some of these are going to be in Happy Mail, by the way. But the Dollar Tree has like the pointy ones and the flat ones. I would get a flat edged one like this and use it. I think I've seen where they have a 2-pack, and so you can get like a pointy one and a round one. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm just going to take the tip of it. That's all. I forgot she got me that. And you want it thick. Play with it a little bit. Kind of do it in the same direction. Play with it a little bit. Just like you're playing when you're doing Play-Doh or something. Kind of get a rhythm going. Hey, this stuff's working out pretty good. I like this stuff. I like it. You could tint this too, couldn't I? Couldn't we tint this? I think so. I wouldn't feel so bad tinting this if I didn't pay a lot of money. Although I'm almost out of baking soda. I actually I did a double batch of it. I eyed some of, so like if when you make this, you might have to eye it off a little bit and adjust. I like it a little bit thicker. You might want it thinner, but I think a little bit thicker is better because it's going to stand up. See, now I got like a little shape going on there. I think when I did this other one and paint the background, you can really see the background on this. The canvas. Now, when you get too much, it's going to glop up, so you got to wipe it off. Come back in there, get another glob. Kind of work what you have, move it around. This I want to go this way with it because I got little bumps right here. Got too much on there, just wipe it off, get some more. It's going to take a while to dry. So what I do is I let it dry. And then any painting I do, like the gold, you got to do that after. It's going to take like 1 day to dry. It might take a day and a half. It all depends on how thick you do it. With my stuff I use, the gesso in the I use paint, the extra thick paint, extra body. And it'll be mostly dry on the top, so I can do some more painting with regular paint on the top. Or if I'm going to layer more, I can do another layer. But yeah, I would wait at least 1 day and then test it. If it's still mushy, just let it dry. And then anything you want to do after that, you can do. I wouldn't do any glitter on this until it's completely dry. I'm going to go around the edges with some gold today, and I'm going to put dots in the back and fix her halo. But I would let her dry. I'll show you what to do when you want to make slide it down. It's got nice texture to this. Hey, I've seen other artists use it. They got little different little formulas. Now I'm going to look into this. Baking soda is cheap. Where it used to be, I don't know what it is anymore. Everything's gotten ridiculous, guys, huh? Don't you think? So I'm just I got my hand all the way down to the end because it's kind of flimsy, but I like them when they have a little bend. You know that. I like them. I find the ones from Italy are the best. Palette knives. They just have a little more. They have a little give. You can bend it. I don't like them too stiff. So I'm just kind of doing little small strokes here, and I'm kind of bringing this down to make little feathers like right here. You see what I'm doing? Then you can just pull out and you can get a nice curl to it. Don't be afraid if it's a little thick. It's okay. Well, I got hair in there. Crap. It's got to be my hair. Is it dark hair there? I don't know. Somebody been in this room? Because I don't have dark hair. I got a few. Not many. There's some left. All right, now I want to do this middle part. And I'm just going to kind of just do a little bit, not a lot. I didn't do any, I don't think, did I? Well, I'm going to do some today. You can move your canvas around if you can't maneuver. Oops. Yeah, I forgot I also got sponges. I keep forgetting that. All those things I need sponges for, and I could just take the sponges off the end of these, right? And use them for my stencils. Yeah. I wish they had some round ones in there. I like those little round daubers you guys on top. I don't think there's some round ones in there. Yeah, I get that for Christmas. I don't know, last year before, I don't know. Yeah, last year it was. She gave them to me. So now you kind of come in and you can do an edge, like put some on there, but only on the edge. Now this is not paint, this is texturizing, so it's really hard to do this. I'm just going to kind of come in here and make a few. Put it down and scrape through it. Put it down and scrape through it. Like I said, I'm going to finish this up with paint. Put it down and scrape through it. There you go. You even take your knife, clean it off, and go through and make little lines if you want. Oh, I'm drifting again. I'm sorry, I'm drifting. I'm going to move this over a little bit for you to see. There you go. Same thing. Kind of following the shape of the subject, as usual, right? You're right in there and like put on plops of it. You want it to be raised. You gonna say hello a few more times? Good afternoon, hello, howdy doody. Whatever works, Joe. Say whatever you need to say. It's true though, I gotta tell more people on here. I wasn't sure how it worked at first, and then in my engagement class for my business class, we're all artists, and they were talking about how it's, and I went back and said, oh, that's right. So that's how they're doing it. They're always change. I told you they change things all the time. Sometimes I get paid, what the hell I get paid for? I need to do more reels again. I've been trying to do more reels. So I've been videotaping stuff again. I mean, there's things I can use just post, but it's better if I got a few videos. Don't be afraid to get it right on there. Let it stand up. Like I say, it takes a while to dry. So if you don't like one part, you can go back and mess with it. You know, or you can even scrape it off. Look, comes right off. Scrape it off. I don't know what I keep drifting for. I want you to see this. So I just scraped some off. I want this little curls over here too. Stuff's pretty good. I'm liking this. Got a lot of nice texture. Ooh, I'm liking this. Like frosting a cake. Huh. Some of these, you kind of want to go in reverse when you come up to this part. I'm going to go back this way. I like this stuff. This is prettier than the first one. Well, I did one last. I did one. This was the one for the class, so I don't know. Who knows what happened to the other one? So who knows? I got like, when we first moved in here, I separated everything into 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 big Costco bins. Now I don't know what's in them. I should have took a picture and cataloged them. I think I'm going to have to do that. Not now. I'm still finishing up that insurance paperwork. I'm close. I had to get receipts from everything from last year and from this year and last year, so I can get money back. And I didn't know I was supposed to keep all the receipts. That's not the way it was explained to me, because they paid me for, you know, I told them what something was worth. And they say, oh no, it's not worth $100. It's worth $8. So I give you $8. It was quite a bit of money, but there's things in there like I bought a freezer, and it was the freezer I had was old. I bought it used for maybe $50. I don't even know. So they gave me like $8. I am not kidding, for my insurance. Well, I just bought a new one, but I bought a smaller chest one, and it was like $189. So that'll be like $180 right there. So, and I didn't keep all my food receipts. I got to call her back and say, well, can I use the ones from now that I've used? You know, because now I'm keeping them. So I didn't know I was supposed to do that. I think my allowance was like, because I had food in the freezer, it was like $600 or something. So I've been keeping my receipts. I mean, I don't go every week. But anyways, it's a pain in the butt. So then JCPenney, because I replaced clothing's on there. So, there was clothing in there. My granddaughter came back from college. She had boxes of clothes in there. And I paid her back for all that. We had receipts. So I got to go through all that. And then that I bought on there after. I have to have the dates right. And then I screwed up. I forgot I was supposed to have my name on there. Whole year. I had to go back the whole year on Amazon. And then I'd use Lowe's for stuff. So I went through that. I bought some of my clothes on that Shein, so I had to go through that. Oh, guys. But then I got to get extra copy paper because I had to have it's been like a 4-month thing because it just life. And I am so like papered out from the paperwork. Oh, God. It's ridiculous. Let me tell you. I remember my sister bitching when they had a fire at their house. My sister just griping. My mother had Alzheimer's. We were both taking care of her, and my father, and a nurse. And we were trying to get her back in the house by Christmas. Because, they don't like unfamiliar places. They were living with my brother. And then she was, she works, that job she has is stressful. And she's been there a long time, but she's a manager. And then she gave up. It took 2 years. It's been 2 years for me, too, to settle everything. 2 years. Same thing. It's ridiculous. But we were both smart. We went and got one of those people that do that. They get a commission, but there's so much. If I hadn't done that, I would have never known what to do. Because they play games, those insurance companies. My daughter was, in that what do they call those? She was in a tornado. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is funny. She's in a tornado, and her car. They had her car. Try to remember to get some milk. And it's been a little over a month. They took her car the 18th of November. Well, everybody there and her brother's trying to get their car fixed, but that wasn't the problem. So it was over a month. Get good insurance. Well, it's not the same company, but it's the same people that I'm with. Have been there for like 25 years. So it's just unbelievable. So just keep moving around till you get the way you want it. Get it nice and thick. Don't be afraid to put it right on there good. Don't be afraid. I keep drifting. I'm sorry I keep drifting. I keep pulling it over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going pretty good. They're not gonna know what we're doing, Joellen. This is so funny. Trying to get paid over here. It really does. Like the more likes and shares and conversations that I have, oh now brown cow. The more conversations that I have, the more business I'm going to get. It just helps. It gets more people to come and look at my stuff. But also now I'm going to get paid a little bit for it too. It won't be millions, but it'll be a little bit. Put a little bit more there. Oops. All right, so now I got it all over. This middle part's dry already. Get that thinner part dried pretty good. So I'm going to paint that middle part. So I still got a lot left. Man, I could do something else with that. I could do another whole painting. I did double the batch though. So one batch I think might be enough. Depends on how thick or thin you do it. Can you see it? I'm trying to adjust it here. This over here. My brushes are a mess. What did I do? How come I can't get... Let me just keep adjusting until I figure this out. I have a delay, so I get very confused about this. I have a delay. You guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know. A little bit more. Always get me down. Funny. Okay, there you go. Oh, we got a picture right smack in the middle. Look at that. It's so funny. Rainy day and Mondays always get me down. That's on the Carpenters. Name that tune. Hey, I got a new game. We got a new game. So I'm going to take some of that white. Just kind of start painting this. This is a good brush, so be careful if you get a good brush. I'm just going to paint that in a little bit. Then I'm just going to kind of go like this. So I get that swoopy look on the bottom, just kind of lift up. Like that. Tried and nuts. That sounds dirty. Tried and nuts. Oh, God. Yep. I think stories, when I add stuff up there, that pays like, so far it looks like it pays the highest, but you can get more people with the reels from the looks of it. So I'm trying to figure that out. All right, so I got the bottom done. Now you take your small brush, and I want to do the head. Like that. So funny. And then I'm going to do my gold for the thing there. You can do yellow or gold, whatever you got. I got gold. So I'm going to go right ahead and do her halo. Then I'm going to kind of go on the outside very carefully of this and just kind of smoosh on. This is an old brush. Smoosh on the gold around the edges here. Just to give it a little glow. Some on here. Right over the wet coat white, it'll work. Just like a line of gold. Probably should have waited for this, but I'm just going to do it. So pretty. So pretty. I like this green too, this bluish green or whatever it is. What's it called again? Crystal blue. So pretty. Now once this is dry, I like just brush some, you know, that glitter that I like, the liquid glitter. Twinkle, I think they call it twinkle lights. Is that what they call it? I think it's called twinkle lights. No gold. You gotta be perfect. Just get it around the edges. And after it's dry, you can put some on the body too, but you gotta wait for this dry now. Then what I did was I just took the end of my brush. I made some dots here and there, like stars or just snow or whatever you want to do. Or you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. I did white and gold. Fun. Get some gold. Got sticky gold sticking up. Kind of do a little bit like this. There you go. That's pretty much it, guys. Now, I would love, if any of you guys see this, Lori, when you come back on here, if you do this, I would love to see what you do. That's the only way we get ideas. We gotta see what everybody else is doing, you know? Everybody's art's different, you know? Let's put a little more gold up in here. Yeah, I was gonna get my books out. I'm sitting right there, looked at them today. I had the music on, Christmas music. And I'm reading my phone, and I'm like gonna get up and get it. I walked right by it again. There's a whole pile of books out there. The book, actually in the bookcase. How about that? So I start reading your stuff. Did you hear us, Lori? What we're doing? You're painting with me now. Well, the thing is, I'm on content monetization now. Started maybe a month ago. I wasn't sure what it was, but it's likes, reels, conversations, shares. Shares are big. Stories, reels, posts. You know, I post like funny stuff and, you know, pictures and whatever, family stuff. But also just like talking. And not only does that all get the algorithm gets me out there, so I don't pay for I did at first and it just didn't work as good. I will do it when I start doing paint parties again. I will boost, you know, I pay for it. Like, you know, if I'll do just in my area, the Syracuse, I do like 50 to 100 miles and you pay for that. And it can go as little as $20. You can go, my limit for the month would be like 200. So they won't go over if I want to do it by the day. But a lot of times I might do like a week for $14 or something like that. But other than that, I won't do it for this. So the only way I can get out there with them is the likes and the shares and all that. But now with the content monetization, this morning was saying months. That's funny. That's probably more than I would say. So, you know, when you're even on my regular page, if you guys just gotta say yes, no, share, like, you know, I think sometimes people don't like people know what they're doing, so they don't always like to share, but you can still talk. And I think this is prettier than the other one. This one I did with the blue, and that's actually modeling paste. Or this might be, yeah, that's paint. I didn't thicken it up. That's right, because I can tell it's running. It's regular paint. I don't think it's heavy duty though. But this is the baking soda. Isn't that nice? I kind of like that. I don't think I have to do anything to it. So that was pretty easy. If you don't have a peeling knife, like I said, you could use something else. I forgot my sister gave me that great big bag. So I was working on this for like 3 hours. I didn't think it was. I get involved, and then that's the problem when I come in here. Sometimes I don't leave. And my ass is killing me. So, but I don't like the nose. I got too much black in that nose, and I screwed it up a couple times. So now I gotta wait for it to dry. I'm gonna put some pink back into it. I can do that right now. And then it's done. This is gonna blow in my tree, but I can't let you guys do this yet because this is new. release. It's for paint parties. I could do something similar maybe at some point, but they have, we could do like a paint party, you can do it, but that's how it works. You can do online paint parties, but I don't get too much, people don't always, I don't know, I just don't get the people for that. I see people doing them, but I know a lot of them aren't getting that many people. You gotta have, like the one girl, she just had 100,000, and I don't think she gets 20 people, so you gotta have a lot of people. I think I'm exaggerating, I'm not. So I'm just gonna kind of lighten that up and dry. So this is what I was doing all morning. I want to match my tree. Now hers is a different color. Where is it? It's like red and black. Well, I didn't like that. I like the pink. So that's what I did. I like to turn on, you can watch me. So I will start getting into the reading again after Christmas. I did some cookies, and this week I got them all processed except for one batch in the freezer, and I don't want to do it. So I'm hoping I get the energy up to do that. I just want to blend this color in with the rest of it. So I got the wrapping done last night. I just want to give my neighbors some, like, I'm going to kind of just do this whole thing. It's not coming out right. Some cookies. So I bought some bags for that. We got her grocery shopping done. She was down here. What's today? She was down here Wednesday night, and we got her shopping. She got her car back, thank God. They were making her nuts. I kept trying to, they yell at me. My kids yell at me. So I kept trying to explain to her. It didn't make any sense. She kept saying she had 6,000. And I guess it was 10,000 in work. And she had to come up with 3,000. She was hanging on to all her money. Like, I don't think that's right. You need to call them back, because I had a car that got totaled a few years ago, if you guys remember. And they covered everything except for deductible. So I couldn't make her understand. And they weren't explaining stuff. So she gets up there to pay for it, and she's complaining they just upped her insurance. Well, they gave her $250 deductible. She gave the guy $500. He had to give her $250 back. That's all. So she had like $6,000 or some stupid thing saved. It was just so funny. So I'm thinking she might be out shopping. So I hope I get good stuff. She loves her mama. Yes, she does. My baby girl. She was a trial. Oh, so spoiled. I spoiled that one good. Well, there was 5 years difference and like 4 in between the other two, so I knew that was my last one. I had a hell of a time having her, boy. Oh, yes, I did. 4 days of labor. Jennifer said they wouldn't do that now. They would take and put me right into, and they gave me a C-section. The other two were natural. I have a tip uterus, so I have backwards babies. I had 2 breech, which I didn't even know what that meant. Took me a while to figure that out. They don't, doctors didn't tell you nothing back then. They really didn't tell you much, like they do now. You get some of this pink. I got a little white on it, mush it up a little bit. Now they tell you everything. My kids know more than I do. I have to call my kids and say, what is that? They know all this stuff. Nothing I'm interested in. Body parts, I don't care. Alright, so that's looking a little better, right? I really screwed up her nose big time. I was trying to rush because I knew the class had to be done. It's a little better. I got some black in here. It's hard to cover up. And so now I'm done with this. Isn't that pretty? It's just so pretty. Oh, you're using the Gaffrey. Gaffrey, that's it. I see you use that on that one ornament you gave me. You can recognize your stuff because it has like a glossy finish to it, not like heavy body paint. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. She didn't put snowflakes on hers either. I had to be funky. So that matches my tree now. So I'm gonna put it right next to my tree. So anyways, guys, now New Year's Eve is next Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, the following Tuesday. So I might do something that day, Christmas Eve. So I haven't designed anything yet. I have things I had done before, like I did a champagne bottle and something New Year's Eve to bring in 2025. I put 2025 on it. I don't know yet because I had to design it, so I got a week. And then, of course, I'll see you next Saturday. And Christmas will have been gone, right? So by then, right? Yeah. And then Thursday night, I usually do a class, right? It'll be the day after Christmas. So I think I'll probably be on regular schedule. But as far as I know, I should be fine Thursday and Friday. Wait a minute, that's Creative Week for the other group. So it'll just be you guys. Hey, Barb, it'll just be you guys on Thursday night. Christmas is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know what we're going to do next Saturday, but I definitely want to do something for Christmas Eve, so be looking for me. Hey, Jim. Yeah, Merry Holiday to you, too. Nobody said Merry Holiday. That's funny. We were just we were getting silly on here. We were talking about, Facebook is always changing, and now they're doing content monetization. So not only just for likes and shares, but also for conversations. So every time you talk, I get like a penny or something. It's not much, but it adds up. And for reels, story, I can do more reels. I'm gonna put more stuff on stories. Reels, stories, likes, shares, and comments. So the more that I get, it's not a lot, but it's something. So they weren't really paying anything. I hadn't made any money except for the stars. So it's something new. So, she was on here, 1, 2, 3. All kinds of stuff. So the more you guys make comments whenever you're on, just let me know. Thank you. You have a Merry Christmas, Jim. I just try to stay out of trouble, Yeah, it's on my dog. I put my dog down. It's a little quiet around here, but I put the Christmas music on. I find plenty to do. I lot of people say they have nothing to do. I feel like I'm busy all the time. I do this 3 days a week. And then, I go see my sister and I shovel and I do my artwork. I was in here like 4 hours today. Well, now I'll make it 5, maybe 5.5. Once I come in here to work, I stay in here. So it's like I got to watch myself because then I don't get no exercise. And I need to start exercising because I'm on that shot, that Mounjaro to lose weight. And I have lost weight. They just upped my dosage. So I lost another couple pounds. So I'm getting close to my goal weight, but I still got like another 50 to go. Maybe 60 might be better. But yeah, it is working. It's taking for since February. I've lost like 36 pounds. 32, maybe 32 pounds. So it takes, older takes forever. And I'm not very motivated. And my sugars, I didn't really have sugar, but it's under control. It was just over. My blood pressure is still up and down. They're still messing with the medication, but that Mounjaro works. I'm telling you, I'm fine. So I'm sure at some point they're going to put out there's something wrong with it. So, well, I'm on high blood pressure, stuff wrong with that. I'm on statins. Statins are bad too. It's all bad, but you got to do it, Oh, thank you. Little blush. And I colored my hair. I missed the whole back though. I missed the back. But I don't color like the whole thing. I do the back and then, as a hairdresser. And then I'll just like wind in some pieces where I want. I leave some of the white out because it just looks more natural. When I put it, I don't leave it on that long. When I put it on and leave it on, it's so freaking red. I'm like a stop sign. And I hate that. My mother used to love it. My mother's like, make it redder. And she was redhead, natural redhead. And I would make it real. My father loved it. I said, Dad, because she would do it herself. She said, freaking cranberry, Dad. Oh, I love it. Just like when she was 14 when I met her. Oh, God. He loved her. The redder, the better. Isn't that funny? Yeah. So, like I said, I'm thinking I'm going to do something for Christmas Eve. I don't go anywhere on Christmas Eve. We used to play cards and stuff, and I don't drink. I haven't drank in years. So, Christmas Eve, I think I'm going to do something that day. I'll let you know. And I will see you guys next Saturday. Not sure what we're doing. I'm making my schedule for the year. And I got to do these. I do a calendar for the membership. And I'm probably going to do something New Year's Eve for them too. So I will see you guys next Saturday and Thursday night. So I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go, and like and share as much as you can. All right, so have a Merry Christmas. Oh, you can't be, yeah, they checked my kidneys. You can't have no kidney problems when you're on Ozempic, but you had kidney cancer, right? Yeah. You know, I was talking to my daughter about that kidney cancer kind you had. That one can come back, but it's more like tumorish, where the one my husband had, it just goes all over, and it just moves around. But he was doing, I'll tell you something, he was doing real good. They had him every 3 weeks. He was on that, I don't know what they call that therapy, but immune therapy, and it worked. Now, if you just seen recently, there's some stuff that came out about that COVID shots, which I knew was going to happen. On the day he had his last, he was going to have treatments. They gave him 2 to 4 years. He just almost made 2. He went and got his COVID shot. We had to do it inside the VA garage. We're all lined up in cars. You had to get out and go back in, put your mask on. I got this big tent. And it was the same day he had his treatment. So all of a sudden, it was just one thing right after another. And he died not too long, a couple of months later. So I told the gynecologist, I says, maybe it's me. I says, but he was doing really good. He was still working, I mean, he wasn't feeling real great, but he was doing. So she didn't have much to say. So since then, I've heard a couple people talking about it. I mean, he was going to die anyways. I'm not happy about that, but it just seemed like the next day, things just started happening, So thank you, Barb. Yeah, I needed to lose the weight. I have never been this big in my entire life, but I told the doctor, I had just recently, they're going to talk about putting stents in my leg. My leg's been a problem for a long time. They're going to do a CAT scan. They're not going to do any surgery, thank God. But I was telling him, I says, after my husband died, I literally didn't do anything for a year. I can't, it's like I lost time. I don't remember much that year. That's when I broke my hand. Remember when I broke my hand, Jim? That year and a half, I really don't remember that first year, very little. And I was in bed a lot. I just didn't move. I didn't wash my hair. I didn't take care of my body. I didn't cook. I just cried and laid in bed or on the couch, so, and I got really fat because I could eat. I could always eat. Like a lot of people say, oh, I can't eat. Not me. When I'm depressed, give me food. Let's go to a restaurant. Let's go get some donuts. Let's go get a pizza. Isn't that funny? So that's the biggest I ever been. But it had a lot to do with the fact that, I was depressed. So yeah, but I'm feeling a lot better. And I lost my business. I closed my business too, And then my art business, my friend, he's Jamaican. He comes back up here. His wife's a dentist. She has a business here. So he lost his business. I bought some of his stuff that I used for my paint parties. And I helped him close mine, which was open, close, open, close, open, close. I had friends that were going over the other side of town working and coming back and this side of town. I was so, right? I said, forget it. I didn't have that many left. I was only working like 3 days a week, 2.5 days. And then my mother had just died, and my mother-in-law 2 weeks apart. My mother I stayed there the last 3 weeks when she was dying. They had her in the house. She was out of her mind. My husband wasn't as bad as my mother was. My mother probably don't remember none of it. She ranting and raving day and night. They don't sleep. So I had just went through that with my mother-in-law too. She had the sundowners, and she had the mean kind, which is probably more like Alzheimer's. And she was just mean and vicious, and she tried to stab me one day. And I mean, those 2 years to take care of them, I was just starting to come around, feel a little bit better. I had exhaustion, and then they found out my husband had cancer, and then COVID. So then after COVID, art's the only thing that kept me going. As I started, my painting and my art and stuff really does help. And then I started this business. I'm doing this business. He's like in the bed right there, So, yeah, it's been a long run, guys. Let me tell you something. Life is not easy. Yeah, it ain't for the weak. But, I'm all right now. My husband's in heaven. Sometimes I think he visits me. He's like, Diana, don't do that. He was real good at keeping me at bay, keeping me kind of level, because I can get a little crazy. Yeah, and then my stupid dog. It's the glasses and the hair color. Yeah, thank you guys. So I appreciate it. Yeah. So I'm going to get going. My butt is killing me. My good chair, my big comfy chair broke. I have one of those big swivel chairs that broke. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm going to see if I can get somebody to fix it. Aw, thank you, Jim. We love you. I love you too. I love you guys. Love all you guys. You've been so great to me. Like I said, I'll see you next week. Have a great Christmas. Hug all your loved ones. Hug them, hug them, hug them. And I will see you guys next week. All right, guys? Have a great night. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.